and welcome to this long-awaited video where I'm going to tell you what happened at ROSSA Round 3. I'm going to start with a brief recap to set the scene and remind what cars I'm taking to test there. So let's get into it. The recap starts at ROSSA Round 1 2024, which was back in June, where I tested my unique drone-based speed car called the Cone. The event went so well for me. In the 2 days that I went, I managed to achieve speeds of 100 miles an hour on the first day and 200 kilometers an hour on the second day, which is about 125 miles an hour, getting me my first 2 ROSSA hats. So, full of confidence from this success, and with the encouragement and support of Rob at Yes Mate RC Mann, I embarked on an ambitious project to make a full-size drone-based speed car capable of 200 miles an hour in 3 months. A busy 3 months followed, but at the end of that I'd made a car and 2 body shells, and I'd showed that it would start and stop at low speed, but unfortunately that was all the testing I could fit in before the event. So the final specs of the beast car, I managed to reduce the size slightly, down from 1.2 to 1.1 metres, which also helped reduce the weight down to 9 kilograms. It's a 4-motor design, running on 12 cells or 50.4 volts peak, with an estimated peak power of 20 kilowatts. I also did a few developments on the Cone. I fitted high kV motors, which are also better quality, an AM32 type speed controller, which will give me access to a different range of settings, and finally a light system for visibility. On the morning of the 12th of September, I got up early, travelled up to Elvington near York, which is where we pick up the video. Here we are at Elvington, day 1 of ROSSA Round 3 2024, and the weather is perfect. Maybe a little bit chilly, but it's sunny, light wind. This is the line that's been marked out for us to go down with the X's there. I mean, you can use other lines, but they've marked that out because it's the smoothest. I had a look and it does indeed look very lovely and smooth. There's 2 stands there. I don't know why that is. Usually you just have that first one, so I'll have to find what's going on there. And there's everyone's pit setups. Let's do a full 360. So what are my goals for the event? Well, for the Cone Mark 1, I want to aim to get as fast as possible on 4 cell. For the beast car, I want to complete a successful run, and a stretch goal for the event for me would be to get my 150 cap with either car. That would be a great success. So who knows what's going to happen though. I mean, both cars might blow up on the first run, so fingers crossed that doesn't happen, but let's see. For my first run of the day, I decided to get the beast car out and just do a little practice in the practice area to show that it would turn, to make sure that if I drove it away from me, I could turn it around and bring it back again to do a speed run. Right, here we are then. So arm it. Brakes on. Brakes on. Brakes on. Brakes on. Doesn't like it much, does it?
I think it'll be fine once you're going in a straight line.
But I mean, I was worried it wouldn't even do that actually. I mean, this is more controlled than my other one. I'll go up there a bit and
No.
It's just the brakes. It's just the brakes, I think. Oh no, maybe not, I don't know. Hopefully that wasn't magic smoke.
That was blue smoke though.
hoping it's. Oh, this one's had it, I think.
What motor?
Maybe two of them have broken.
What, the motors?
Yeah.
No.
I've only got one spare as well, so that might be it.
Why would it go?
I don't know. Yeah, because of the brakes. Maybe it was struggling to. It was fighting against the brakes, and it was trying to put too much current through it, perhaps.
Oh no, dude.
So two of the motors have blown, I think.
I can tell. Oh, you can see the difference.
Yeah. Let's just try and get it. Yeah, that one's had it.
They're gone, but they're.
Oh well.
Oh no, dude. You've only got one?
Yeah, I've got one spare, yeah. But...
Rear wheel drive? Why? I don't know why you're laughing at me. I'm being serious.
Mm.
Oh no.
No, I can't believe that.
It's not good. Rear wheel drive. Can you make it rear wheel drive or will it not?
Yeah, you could do, yeah. Yeah, I've got two motors, haven't I?
Yeah.
It probably won't steer very well.
I know, but come on, think about the best scenarios. Oh, dude. And we've only got one motor.
Yeah. Ah, bugger. This was obviously not the start of the event that I was looking for. The decision that I made to add more mechanical braking seriously backfired. When I was turning, it caused the motors on the non-brake side to fight against the brakes, heat up and then burn out, which is frustrating in hindsight because while I showed it could do those tight turns, I didn't even need to because the runway is 50 metres wide. I could have taken up a lot more space, done a much more gentle turn and put less load on the motors that way. So now I had to decide what to do to make the most of the event. And initially I thought I'd just run my other car, the Cone Mark 1, and hopefully make some progress with that. Here we go, test run of the Cone on 3-cell. Checking steering and brakes. Hopefully this one doesn't blow up. Oh dear, what have I just done? Don't tell me this has smoked itself as well. No, it's alright. It hasn't got much torque on 3-cell to pull away. So it's armed. You can just give it a little shove. Oh wow, it's got brakes. Oh, it's my thing, sorry.
No, it's alright. Have you got it going? Was that the big?
No, it's my little one.
Okay.
The mini beast.
The mini beast. More. Hey! Yeah, safe stop.
Nice bit of brakes there, actually.
Brakes on.
Better?
Alright, I'm going then, if that's alright. Can't really tell, but I am.
Brakes on.
74.
Brakes on.
Something's not right with it though. Because I could feel there's something wrong with it, and I think it's that.
Maybe one of the motors won't pull in properly.
Well, yeah, something's happened to that one. Yeah, hopefully it's just got a stone in it or something, but it could be broken. And I haven't got any spare ones of them. I've got some other spare ones, but you know, I'd have to swap all 4, not just one.
Right.
That'd be annoying. Hopefully it's okay. Yeah, cheers.
Brakes on.
Not doing full events where we send where we send 1 or 2 people. One in the other end. Yeah, this one. Well recovered. So you had 2 major moments.
Oh yeah. Having not got off to a great start with the cone either, achieving only a run of 74 miles an hour compared to 107 miles an hour that I managed on 4-cell at ROSSA Round 1, and also having 2 near crashes, I was thinking again about the beast car. I didn't want to run it 2-wheel drive because its control and its steering would be massively compromised. And I thought about what had actually happened, which was that the motor windings had burnt out. And I realised that if I could replace those windings, then I could get one motor working again and combine that with my spare motor and get the car running again in 4-wheel drive configuration. I knew from building a simple motor in the past that you need enamelled wire, which is basically copper wire which has got a coating over it to give it some insulation. So I'd have to get hold of some of that, which might not be very easy when I was on a runway near York. But the first thing I had to do was find out what thickness of wire I needed anyway. So I removed one of the motors. I managed to press the stator off the hub using the mounting screws to force it off. And then measuring the wire that was there, I found I needed 1mm thickness wire. And a bit of an initial search showed up an electric motor repair shop almost on the same site as the runway, which I was thinking could be some kind of miracle. I rang them up and they were positive that they would have what I needed in stock. But when I went there and spoke to a guy called Steve, I found they only had up to 0.8mm wire, so it wasn't quite good enough. I mean, he was really helpful though and gave me a contact in Leeds that might be able to help me out, but that would have been a bit of a trek away. At the same time, I also looked on eBay, and by pure coincidence, there's not many sellers of this product on eBay, but one of the sellers lived only 10 miles away. So I managed to order some from him and then go and collect it. And it must have been fate, because it turned out his name was also Steve. So another helpful Steve later, and I had 5 meters of this enamelled wire in the correct thickness for my motors. 5 meters seemed like a lot at the time, but then when I got it I realised it's not actually very much, so I knew I had to use it quite carefully because I wouldn't have enough to redo it several times. So on the evening of day 1, I'd rewound the motor with one of the 3 wires that are needed, but then I'd run into trouble towards the end of that, fitting all the windings onto the final pole for that wire, which was 1 out of 4. Each wire goes around 4 poles. So we pick up the video on the morning of day 2 after a clear and cold night's camping at Elvington. This is ROSSA Round 3, day 2. Currently trying to rewind one of my burnt out motors. Making some good progress though. This is where I've got to. It's 2/3 done. It's going okay. It's maybe not as neat as it was before, but I'm hoping it might work. This is, for reference, this is one of the other burnt out motor. You can see the coil has got too hot and burnt off the enamel from the wires, so it then shorts itself out. Yeah, here we go then. when the motor's rewound, there's 6 wires coming out of the stator. These are then paired up and then soldered onto the wires that go to the speed controller. Unfortunately, I found once I reassembled everything, the motor wouldn't turn freely, a bit like when you touch 2 of the wires together. So luckily though, these connections were hanging out of the motor housing, so I could unsolder it and then rearrange them again, which eventually meant that the motor turned as it should do. Yes, we have life. Here we are then, end of day 2. I've spent the entire day fixing my beast car, rewound the motor, got it all back together. See there, it's basically ready to run, but someone just exploded their car in probably the biggest crash in ROSSA history, and the running ceased for the day. So I've like put the little canards on the body there, put the little tail fins on, all the batteries are in there, so that can rest overnight and be ready to run in the morning. Here's what my camping situation looks like. The cars are over there and all my tools and everything, and my food and that is over there. Excuse the lack of washing up that's going on. Yeah, let's hopefully get some runs in tomorrow. Here we are then, ROSSA day 3. I've got the beast car ready to run again. I'm going to start with just a brake test run, so keeping it simple, just making sure the brakes actually work on this thing, so that on an actual run I've got some confidence that it'll be able to pull up and stop before it reaches the end of the extremely long runway. So there's plenty of space, but I don't really want to be embarrassing myself by using the entire length of it to stop.
Yeah, I've been all picked up and everything.
Himself in the face.
You're clear.
Right, should we load her up?
You got throttle cut?
Yeah, I fail-safed it and that, yeah.
Right, now it's done. Jim! Do you want to just tell Jimmy number?
Not 89 on 12S.
Next one down's car number. Oh, we're about on
yeah.
that one, Jane. Moving on to car 89 on 12S.
Yeah, we're going to drop it off down there. He's going to bring me back, and then
Go.
yeah. So we took the beast car up the runway by car, put it down facing the right way through the speed traps, and I actually pulled away from standstill, got it moving a little bit, and then stopped it again just to check everything was all behaving as it should do. Then got back in the car, went up to the podium, so you're going to see from that point onwards now. Oh no, no. The magic smoke just came out of it. I think we need to get up there quick because I think it's... Eh?
It's definitely on fire, smoke coming out of it. I've turned it off. But
Well, there still is.
yeah.
It's a motor.
Turn it over, put it up.
Both motors are blown, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of air in it. That's
Don't
not a
put
bad
it in
idea.
the car. That's a bad idea. Front wheel drive it is.
No, it's not going to.
Do you not
I haven't got it in me, I don't think.
Do you think it's too heavy for those motors?
I think possibly, yeah. It's just.
Because it's made for drones that are
This is-
super light.
I don't know what happened. When I was coming back in the car, I hadn't disarmed it. I might have knocked the throttle or something, and. Yeah, I need to get it turned off, don't I?
Luckily, motors don't generally go up in flames, so they just smoke.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Depends.
Oh, that feels a bit.
Doesn't take much, does it?
Shaft. Popped.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
It's going flat.
ESC.
There was flames.
Hopefully that was all smoke. Well,
I'll put that as well.
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully that was just the smoke from the motors.
Oh shit. Is that the ESC?
There's no
don't know,
melted.
yeah,
no, there's no
maybe.
melted insulation, so it's not the ESC because all this insulation
This
would
is
have been
just-
melted.
But then
All the smoke
something's
from the
gone in.
motors.
I think something's gone in. This feels hot though.
Is there something underneath that?
Yeah, the speed controls are all under that
Oh,
plate.
Yeah, oh, right at top.
Oh right, yeah, there you go then.
Just let it cool down.
Holy shit.
Take that out. If you can take your battery out, just get it.
Yeah, all the other ones are sort of securely in there.
So they don't warm up.
Oh bollocks!
Are they hot?
Batteries
No,
will be
they're okay,
alright,
they're
hopefully, because they're shielded there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is bug up at that. Oh yeah, that bit. What? That plate's
So it's
boiling.
probably this side then. If that side's not as hot,
Put that thing
yeah,
on.
that side's really hot
Right.
compared to that side.
Yeah, my beast car went Bernie before it got moving. Unfortunately, when I went to do my run with it to check the brakes, looks like at least one of the speed controls has gone. And then I've just lifted the speed control plate up, and it looks like it's at least two of them on this side have got burnt. I've only got one spare, so I'm gonna call that a day, I think, for this car. So that is the speed control for which motor? For this one for this one. Fortunately, the motors seem all right this time, but it's the speed controls that are gone. So not sure what's happened there. But yeah, and sadly, that is the end of the little part of today's project. Oh yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying to investigate that further. Yep. Till next year then. After that disappointing failure of the Beast car, I decided to just try and enjoy the last part of the final day of the event by doing a few runs with the cone and just watching everyone else's cars and seeing how they get on. So let's see how that went. We're just going to get it going, so yeah. Alright, here we go. Yes.
98 was the fastest of those two speeds.
Yeah, oh, that's alright, yeah.
Clean run.
Oh, that was good, yeah, thanks guys.
What's the PB on that one?
129.
Why, they only part charge?
Well, they've had a run.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like running people's cars and then it's high, but
Yes. Nicely done.
Nice, watch this, Paul.
Oh,
Oh, pants. Wing socket, snake.
Here we go, another run on 4-cell. I'm going to try going further away this time, and I've got 100% throttle available. Hopefully I can get on it enough to use it. Oh yeah, here we go. Right, ready? Yeah. Thank you. Just get it back in line.
Oh, nice one.
100.53.
Cool, thank you. 100.56 he said. It seems to be struggling on these motors actually. But it's still in one piece and it lives to run another day. Or another run. Ugh. Nice one, little car. Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah.
What did you get?
100 and some, I think it's just over 100 basically.
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it did. I got it up to I got the 200 km/h cap with it just about last time on 6-cell. This is on 4-cell. Although last time I got 107 on 4-cell. So hopefully I can get a little bit more out of it. I've changed the motors and they haven't quite got the torque of the previous ones, and yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, I need to have a look at the data on it really, but equally I still wasn't getting on the throttle enough early enough, because it's got a delay on it. So you know, I only probably pushed it the last bit too late for it to accelerate through the traps. Yeah, just thinking back, Rob says you should be at full throttle by there, really, shouldn't you? Yeah. And I wasn't. It was more over there. Yeah, it was good though. Yeah. I'm good to go for another run on the Co Mark 1 on running on 4-cell. I think I found why it hasn't really been reaching its peak performance that I've seen before. The timing of the motors through the speed control was only on 16 degrees, which is on the lower side. So I've turned that up as high as it'll go, which is 23 degrees. I'm hoping it'll give it that top end speed that I'm looking for. Yeah, so we'll see soon hopefully what happens. I can hear it and oh wow. Oh no, missed the traps, oh dear. Unlucky. It's a bouncer.
Wow! That was spectacular. He landed it.
Oh, I do not know how that didn't roll then. Let's see the state of the tyre. Oh my goodness, yeah. It was going sideways like that, wasn't it?
It was a hell of a skid, that.
Yeah.
That was some save, that news.
Taking a bit of a foam off.
I know, mate, that was some save.
Thank you.
Like you went through the freaking trap sideways. How fast were you going through the trap sideways?
Oh, not really. It was calmed down by the time I got to the traps actually. I thought it was going to, but it
just slid.
Yeah.
The controls on that car, I understand it's a bit like a tank where it goes like that. So do you have to somehow put them up at the same time?
No, it's all done within the flight controller that's in that. I just, I need to actually disarm
Accelerate
it.
and then steer.
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah.
Put them both at the same time, then.
I think it'll arm upside down. Let's try it.
So brakes off.
I got it up ready, mate.
Oh wait a minute.
Watch
No, it's not liking it.
different weights.
So I really carefully roll it over.
They're trying to.
Yeah, so that's it. Going straight ahead. And then it.
Still got more in it. See what I mean?
And then and then if I steer.
You can steer still.
Yeah, it's got steering.
Still, but they basically, once you put the throttle on, it's just like,
Come on, Bob.
let's see what happens.
No, I can steer it with that.
Yeah, but then what about throttle? Do you do that yourself?
Yeah, the throttle's that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
sorry, I didn't show that. Yeah. Shit. It was so close to taking off then. Did you see that? That wasn't very quick through the traps. Yeah, if you could give it a bit of a shove, yeah. Thank you. Don't want to burn out any more motors. Oh no. Oh shit.
Just too bumpy for the little car.
Yeah, sorry.
That stayed on this side.
Yeah, I've just had a bit of an accident with this car. It's kind of in one piece, but it's very broken. So I'm just going to take it apart and get it all turned off. That motor feels like it's had it, yeah. It's a bit bent. That was alright. That was alright. I should probably turn it off. This carbon fibre chassis is taking a bit of a hit there. Oh my god. That is tattered. There's like a few screws hanging out of it as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's see if it'll spin the wheels. Yes. Still alive. Amazing. Well, let's see what speed it was doing at that point. Yeah. It still works though. 94 mile an hour again. I was having trouble getting it any faster than that this event for some reason. I think it's just very rough tarmac. Well, it's in tatters, but it still works. Get it all unplugged. So I've got both cars going home in a bin bag really this time, never mind. So you've seen now what happened at ROSSA Round 3. To be honest, it's been a bit painful going back through my footage from the event to edit up this video. You know, because I when it comes down to it, I didn't meet any of my goals. I didn't make a run with the beast car and the cone. It didn't achieve the speeds that it did at ROSSA Round 1. Maybe because of the bumpy surface, but maybe for some other reasons. Maybe because of some of the changes I made to it. It showed that I'd been naive really to shoot for the moon with my beast car and expect it to reach its target speeds on its first running of the car. I think I was a bit overconfident because of how successful the cone was at its first event, because that did actually reach its target speed on its first running. But in hindsight, I should have started a bit more simply and built up more gradually. I also found I got some of the requirements wrong. I should have prioritised ease of maintenance over the suspension, for example, because I found it was a massive pain to swap the motors over when I was doing this rebuild that I had to do on day 2. Because when it comes down to it, a car can run without suspension, but it can't run without running motors. So if you can swap the motors more readily, then I could have maybe got some more running in. I should have also made sure there was time to do more shakedown and development work on it before the event. And in future, I wouldn't take a car that I haven't got prior confidence in its running, stopping and steering. On the positive side, I developed a car with a powertrain, a chassis, body, lights, brakes in 14 weeks, and that includes making it and getting it to the event. And I'm proud that I did that. And I think I showed my resourcefulness in finding some stator wire when on a runway in York and rewinding the motor successfully. And overall, I did still enjoy the event. I really appreciated everyone's support, and everyone was asking me if they could do anything to help and checking how I was getting on with my rebuild. And that was really appreciated. It just shows the family atmosphere that there is at the ROSSA events. It was a shame I couldn't deliver on this occasion, but I'll be back again next time. And, you know, when it comes down to it, I've got a platform now that I can develop in the future and hopefully make some successful runs at the next event. So thanks again, everyone, for the support, especially Rob at Yes Mate RC Mann. And I'll be back with another video very soon. I'm going to go through the data that I gathered from the small amount of running that I did with the Beast car and find out exactly what went wrong and describe what I'm going to do next to develop it. So keep an eye out for that one.
Brakes off.